Now today. Finally. Hello guys, my name is Rafael. I'm the founder of Share Studio. Been selling on Amazon for the past 8, 9 years. Help clients like Pink Miracle make 400K a month of monthly revenue to 1.2 million on the 10 months of monthly revenue just by increasing their conversions and traffic. So I focus in content marketing. We also do social media. And with me is Andrew. He is the founder of JungleClick PPC. We've worked with a lot of clients with him, honestly. He manages more than $10 million on Amazon PPC, and he also does traffic for Amazon off Amazon, meaning Meta, Google, Bing, anything that you need traffic wise, he's the man. Uh, Andrew, you want to talk a little bit about what we do here?
Yeah, so the idea of these lives is that we have a space for you, for the audience to ask questions about e-commerce in general, specifically Amazon as well, or especially Amazon, but also Shopify or whatever question you have in your e-commerce private label. So yeah, you can we can analyze your listing, we can analyze your competitors or a niche if you're planning to launch a product, or any questions specifically on what's going on in the advertising side of things, why is CPC so expensive, etc. So you just leave your comments on the chat, and we will be addressing whatever questions or suggestions or whatever you ask us to do. So that's about it.
I
So
want to
yeah,
talk, Andrew, if we can start with something that it's not that new, but a lot of people, I was talking in a group of like 20 Amazon sellers yesterday. And a lot of them were surprised that this even came out. They didn't even know about this, which is scary to me, right? Which is basically because of legislation, you now have to make sure that people understand that this is AI content, created content. So this is not a there's been a lot of pushback against AI, honestly, because of how many scams are happening. There's like this guy who invented 500 AI generated doctors promoting his product, and like it's not regulated. So
I
now
saw that.
state started. You saw that, right? That's
Yeah,
crazy. What if the product is actually harmful for you and it's stated by a doctor that that's very dangerous, right? Because you trust the person that's saying this because you thought that this person studied 10 years of his life, it's a professional, is board certified, all this stuff. And at the end of the day, it's just AI generated. So AI is great, but it's a tool that you have to be very careful and conscious how you use. Obviously, people are going to try to skim the system. It's normal. It's part of the human nature. So politics gets into it, and the state of New York started regulating it. Can you please share the screen, Emily? Because I've been talking so much, and you haven't even shared the screen. Emily's in the background, everybody. She's a producer, and she's about to share the screen. There you go. So this is off of Amazon directly. All right. Basically, you now must tag AI generated content in A plus content, premium A plus content as well, and the images and also videos. All right. If you can you go to the Forbes article?
yeah.
Yeah.
Here it is. Amazon requires sellers to label AI generated people in listing images.
This is a great article, guys. Highly recommend you to read it. One thing for sure that's not mentioned here is the implications this has in your listing. Okay, the cycle, the psyche implications this has in your listing. Why? Let's say you have a bag. Okay, let's say you want to buy a purse, and the purse is 1,000 euros, and this purse comes from a country such as Italy. Okay, would you pay $1,000, 1,000 euros for the bag, or $1,000 for that bag? Could be, right? Why not? Let's say that this bag is made in another country which is not European or in America. And if you put the bag side, the Italian bag with the other country's bag, and they look exactly the same, would you trust that that bag is really that brand that it says? Not really. I'm trying to keep it obviously politically correct, what I'm trying to say, right? So perceived value is very important. There's a lot of pushback against AI. I'm not saying AI is going to go away. It's never going to go away. It's like the internet, right? But people are going to start to feel like this is not real. This is fake. Makes me uncomfortable. And psychologically, subconsciously, they're like, I don't really trust this. Is this product actually, is that how it looks? When I get it, do I get something different? So that trust factor is a huge one. It's like that little tag, Andrew. Have you seen it that it says frequently returned? Obviously. What happens when your clients have that frequently returned tag? Do you tell them to like just keep it, or do you tell them to like, let's make sure that we get this batch off of the listing? Might as well even start a new listing sometimes. Because that batch is gonna hurt you. Well, this batch could hurt you as well. And let's say you decide not to tag your product. You know what? When I upload it, by the way, we're gonna roll out a whole series of videos, um, basically breaking this down. And what happens when you don't tag it? Well, there's gonna be fines. You can face up to $5,000 in fines if you don't meta tag your images like they are AI generated. And you're like, well, they're not gonna find out. Well, actually, they are. There's tags that AI develops. For example, because of the European Union laws, Claude now is going to have invisible tags in all the text that it produces. That came out yesterday, right? So obviously, Amazon is not dumb. If Instagram cracked the code to figure out when things are made by AI and already puts it up in your listing, as you can see, right? Sorry, in your Instagram feed or in your post, TikTok as well. You don't think Amazon having all those millions of dollars in coders and people and very smart people behind it is not going to figure it out in literally less than a month? Obviously, they will, right? So might as well play by the rules, and you can play black hat all you want. But if your brand is making more than $1 million a month, I don't think you want to go black hat just because you can afford. Actually, you don't want to afford a couple $1,000 in just real images. Either way, I think it's very important to know this. Andrew, do you want to add anything to this?
Yes. So two things. This is just as you mentioned. These also. So yes, when it comes to if you're selling 1 million a month in on Amazon, of course you don't want to risk going black hat because Amazon can suspend your whole account forever and ban you from selling on Amazon forever, right? So that's a huge risk to take just for one image. Wouldn't make sense. So that's one. Second, it
Even
also
even $50,000 a month,
yeah, it
like,
wouldn't make sense to risk that much just for an image
yeah,
or for a listing image. And if you're 50,000 a month, you already should have a good listing, a decent listing at least, and not based on AI. So to the other thing is that these policies are also in tuned um, with the new New York's law about this that you have to tag the all the ads that are containing AI synthetic performance, right? Performers, yeah. So you also risk going against the state of New York if you also do this, and if your ads, for example, on Meta, it's not just on Amazon, but it also is on Meta, on Google, etc. If you have an ad that is also targeting New Yorkers, you're also against the law. So that's also something important to mention there.
bro, I wanna add something, and I don't wanna be, like all. I like positivity. I'm more than a positive human, but let's just imagine this, right? You sell a product, and your product is a pimple patch, something simple that makes good amount of money. Let's say your company is worth at least sells a year $1 million in revenue. And your company is worth a bit more than that, obviously, in paper, right? What if you send an ad out and somebody buys the pimple patches and somebody figures out that this is AI and you didn't tag it, you didn't disclaim it, they can sue you for this. Most likely they're gonna win. Even if I'm not gonna say, I know people that are in the legal system that literally just do that for a living. That's just how it is. Right? I'm not saying they're wrong, they're right. That's just how it is. So, to just I like to do a CYA always, right? You know what CYA means, Andrew? Cover
No.
your cover your beep, right? So always
Okay.
cover your A. Um, like just they could sue you, like literally. It's gonna cost them money, no, because they're already in there in the system. So if your company is a bit high profile, I would say high profile is anything above $1 million, um, that they could demand something from you. Just it's not worth it, honestly. Just because of freaking AI, just tag it. If you don't want to tag it because it's gonna decrease your conversions, let us know. We'll hook you up. Promise we'll give you the best content as possible. We'll also make it enhanced with AI in a way that legally we don't have to tag it.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go to the first listen, dude.
I just wanted to finish on that one, just to add something here. What is exactly allowed and what isn't? So when it
Wait,
comes to here,
I'm gonna make a whole series about that. Don't
okay,
disclaim it. We're 10 minutes away into it, bro. I got things to do. I got people to visit.
that's all right. That's all right. Let's go to the listings then. Let me see. Do we have any questions today, Emily?
We got a question from last time that we didn't
Yeah,
reply.
that's what I remember. We had a question last time. Do you have that question there, Emily? Because I think his name was Diego or something like that, right? Okay, let's check them out. So it's Pro Band. Let me see if I can find them. So I think it's, yeah, I found them. Let me check here first. As well, open here. I'm sorry.
Oh, I changed the password.
Ah, you changed the password?
Yeah, I changed it. Let me send it over to you.
Also, Media's one?
No,
Okay, I can log in with Media. Great. All
okay.
right.
Sharing, you're not sharing, just in case.
I'm not sharing.
No. There you go.
Okay, great. So therapeutic armband for elbow and forearm pain relief. Anatomically focused dynamic compression band for carpal tunnel tendonitis, tennis elbow. Okay, interesting product. Good reviews. 4.4 stars for 6,000 reviews. That's a good point. I think that that's a very good advantage.
Are you
Uh,
kidding me? The pricing is great as well. 48
yeah,
bucks. It's a great pricing with that amount of reviews. Well, Emily, can you calculate how much the conversion should be for this, please?
ships from Amazon. Hmm, interesting.
So maybe this is a um
Vendor.
yeah, vendor central.
Yeah, maybe this is a vendor who's selling to Amazon directly, or that would be another hypothesis, because sometimes what happens is that people close their businesses and they sell the inventory, or they hand the inventory to Amazon so that Amazon can finish selling it, right?
I don't
So that's
think that
another, but I
I
don't
don't
think so because of the reviews and the listen. I think it's great. It
and
doesn't look like that one. It looks
yeah,
like they're
pricing.
vendor. Yeah, let me look at the price here. There hasn't been a lot of price changes. Actually, here there was an increase. And yep, the price is good. The price is good and they haven't changed. You can see it here. So it's not like they're trying to outprice the competitors. So let's look at the listing.
Okay, can we start analyzing this? What do you
Yeah,
think of? Yeah, okay, well, what's the conversion that it says, Emily? Guys, by the way, this is a CBR calculator that we created based on the experience that we've came across all these years. Andrew and I, we've known each other for the past, I would say, 5 years. He's been doing my PPC for the company for the past 5 plus years, and then he started his own. He ventured over into his own company, so he's very, very knowledgeable. And we both created this calculator, and basically, it just gives you an estimate of what you should expect. So, if all these things are like, can you eliminate peak season because it's not that season? Well, could be seasonal for summer, but there's indoor courting as well. Okay, I would assume based on the amount of reviews and the pricing, I think even 15. This is like the minimum. If you have anything less than this, it's really bad. Okay? This is like the minimum that you should be having. So if this brand has less than 13% conversion rate, it's horrible conversion rate. Okay? I would say that they should have between 17 and 21%, honestly, because of the amount of reviews. If they don't have something between there, they have a conversion problem from my perspective. What do you think, Andrew?
yeah. Well, I'm starting to see some things here that are a bit weird. So I
Like
wanted
what?
to mention here, for example. I don't know if you can see
Oh,
this.
Emily's not sharing the screen. Emily, you gotta step it up, Emily.
So let me see. I think it's cropped, right?
Yeah, it's a
The
little.
date first. What about there?
Yeah, date first available 2004. Wow, very old listing.
It's a very old listing for just 6,000 reviews. So the game back then was way different, right?
Easier.
So
It was freaking. It was amazing. I loved the old days.
yeah, the 2010s were actually really were, I think, the golden era for Amazon sellers,
I
and
remember.
here you could get reviews extremely fast.
I
So this
remember.
is a big,
Yeah, I remember that. You could start selling Amazon for $1,000. Remember those days?
yeah, 5,000 something like that, and you just had a Me Too brand, a generic Me Too brand, and you could make a, you know, 100K a month at least, right? 1 million per year. It was very easy back then because everything was cheaper. FEA, the CPCs, and you had organic traffic because there were not that many competitors. Now you depend 90% on PPC, right? To start on Amazon, and yeah, things are very different now with the FEA fees. The CPCs are in the sky. So yeah, yeah. I think this is what I get. Our founder is Dr. Port, over 50 years of world-renowned sports orthopedic experience. It looks like this is just a vendor. A vendor. Um, the sales are okay, I would say. Let me look at here. So in September, they do see a bit of a spike in some and a bit of a decrease in December, in November and December. But but overall, I think we would have to also check how the competitors are doing here. Let me check it and compare it. So let's look at the bestseller, Sleeve Stars Tennis Elbow Brace for Men. This is the first in the subcategory. I think they're in the same subcategory. Let me check that out. Elbow braces, no, elbow support wraps. So there are two subcategories: able braces and able support breast. You can see that these guys are doing half a million per year, per month. I'm sorry, it's way different, right?
Yep.
So there's a way bigger market here.
The thing is that these guys are playing on pricing and also the amount of variations. This is a horrible listing as well. I'm pretty sure that if they could increase the conversion rate by 3 points, like we did for Pink Miracle, right? So Pink Miracle had a 20% conversion, and we increased it like 22, and that jump gave us so much opportunity. So if these guys were able to increase conversion by a bit, that can really help them. For example, this looks like it's AI. They have to tag now because Amazon's gonna start. If not, what Amazon could happen to Amazon is that they can get a huge lawsuit because they're not making their sellers um, say or tell people that it's actually AI or synthetic humans. So Amazon's definitely going to enforce it even harder at some point.
Now I have a question here, Rafael. What will happen with stock images, the ones that you buy in Photoshop? Um,
I don't know.
isn't
That's a very very gray area. But let's focus here, and then we can go into that one because we're 21 minutes into this, and we
okay?
only get half an hour.
Okay, so yeah, I mean this is also AI. I think.
What about defending here PPC for the other brand, Andrew? Like the other one, not this one, the other one. Do you think they're
Let me check.
defending good?
So here you can see there's an advertising from another brand, other brands, and you have other brands. There's literally zero defense. That for sure will hurt their conversion rate because people will go down and look at all the alternatives, some of them being way cheaper with the bestseller batch. Like, for example, we have this one, right? The one that we were seeing, which offers a better pricing, bestseller, and if you look deeper into the listing, they are FDA registered. So of course, there's a lot of people here, or these guys are stealing a lot of sales from them. So the best alternative, or one thing that they would have to do to protect their conversion rate and to protect their overall business, is to target against themselves, to do brand protection, to make sure people don't leave to better alternatives, objectively better alternatives, at least in terms of price. And once they click on the listing, they're in an endless loophole of, pro, I think it's, yeah, pro bands listings. So that's something that it for sure needs to be done. And the conversion rate, yeah, I would be surprised if it's 15%, to be honest. I think this is way lower. But getting that conversion rate to 20% would significantly increase the sales, almost double, right?
You know something? Um, I don't think they're telling the story good. For example, one thing that they have, and it's literally a low hanging fruit, is how long this brand has been here, right? So you could say supporting your elbow since for the last 20 years, supporting, tested by professionals for the past 20 years. Longevity is a huge part, or it's a huge indicator of trust, right? Because if they were bad, they would have gone out of business already. So that's something that they're missing. I don't know if they're based in the US or not. I don't know if this is made in the US or analyzed or anything US related. If they were, I would have it in the listing. If you skim through it, let's see if they have it at least in the images.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they don't have it, right? There's so many things that you guys at Pro Band could be doing. I think they're a vendor central, so it's a little bit complicated. It's a little tricky. We've worked with vendor centrals in the past, but it's not that easy to optimize their listings. Excuse me. Either way, there's so much they could be doing here differently.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think this is one of the cases where you have to showcase um, that your product is worth what it's asking. asking for, right? So if you have a $40 product, whereas you have other competitors who are selling at $15, you have to show why, and the brand is very important. And the branding that your images carry is also extremely important here. Otherwise, people are just gonna go to the other one that has as decent marketing as yours and way better price.
Perceived value. Like this looks like it started off somebody's garage and they just left it as it was. No disrespect to the people at Pro Band, but it's just true. Like this looks like it's not a brand. It looks like it's a passion project, right? Don't
I agree.
laugh. I'm
I
not
agree.
trying. Just facts. And it's okay. That's how you improve. I think you guys can improve a lot here, honestly. Okay. So I think it's it for today. By the way, these guys, the best way that they could level up their PPC game is with Amazon DSP. It's extremely hard to get Amazon DSP, but Andrew has a little trick that can get you Amazon DSP at a very affordable price instead of having $50,000 a month in ad spend. It's very, very little compared to 50,000, and he can definitely help you. So reach out to Drew if you need it. And also, we work together, Drew and me. So if you guys need to also optimize your listing, we can give you two for the price of one. Basically, it's gonna be so freaking good for you guys. Honestly, get that conversion up. The more you get the conversion up, the more money you're gonna have to be able to spend more on ads and grow the business, and you wider your funnel, right? The wider the funnel is, more people come in, good candidates, obviously good traffic, the more conversions you're gonna have, and that's how we able to get these guys from 400K to 1.2 mil. It's not rocket science, but it's not luck either, you know. Um, Dude, I think we're done for today. What do you think?
Yeah, we are.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. sharp. Hopefully, if Andrew doesn't fall asleep again, we'll be there. See you guys. See you tomorrow.